Kill Your Darlings is a true story of a murder that's been covered up for decades now that brought a young Allen Ginsberg, Jack Kerouac, and William Burroughs together when they were very young and still students at Columbia University.
I play Allen Ginsberg, and sort of at a time in his life before he was, sort of known as the sort of bearded, low-voiced man that he became. So yeah, I'm playing him sort of going to Columbia for the first time, meeting and falling in love with Lucien Carr, and who kind of gives me the confidence to, eventually sort of start writing and give a bit of self-belief, but also kind of destroys me emotionally. Over to you.
Yeah, so I'm that guy. I play Lucien Carr. Lucien Carr was actually, he was the guy that was responsible for introducing Ginsberg, Burroughs, and Kerouac all to each other. At the time of this story, Ginsberg and Lucien meet for the first time, and they kind of fall in love, and it becomes this very inspirational but detrimental relationship that they have. And I'm kind of in a love triangle with these two gentlemen right here.
I play David Kammerer, who was originally Lucien Carr's scoutmaster back in St. Louis, about 13 years his senior, and followed him from institution to institution as Lucien would have problems for one reason or another and get kicked out. And I'm sort of his mentor slash obsessive stalker. I write papers for him, surrogate parent. It's a pretty dark but not entirely negative relationship. The movie opens with me dead, so I was in. No. Don't tell them that.
Wait, it's the first
image.
Damn it, he spoiled the first frame.
So what sort of preparation did you all do for this? Not only as actors, but also as a writer and filmmaker?
Well, absolutely. Before I answer that question, though, now that you've talked to all my boys, what's funny is when I started off writing this, and when we were going into production, it very much was kind of similar to Capote, in that it was a chapter in an artist's life that had a true story of murder, which ultimately transformed that artist and caused him to create a great piece of work. But look at these boys. They came on set, and the really interesting thing about the film is it changed during the course of production. And so for me, what the movie's really become about is just the spirit of rebellion and finding your own voice.
There's kind of a big Kerouac resurgence right now. He's seeing a lot of relevancy, not only with films here this year, but On the Road just came out. What do you attribute that to?
I don't know. It's a weird cultural nexus right now.
Big Sur's here as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Big Sur, yeah, right. Same time. We've got Kerouac in what, they're 20 years in between them or something.
It's a kind of interesting double feature, because our story is like, in Hollywood terms, it's like the origin story.
Right.
It's all about before they were famous. It is kind of like the origin. It's like Wolverine. Yeah,
it's nice to see.
Exactly.
We get
first
artistic
class.
license a bit in this to discover the characters. Like, I'm saying, like, no one really knows Kerouac or Burroughs or Ginsberg, before they were these monsters, these giants of literature. So actually, in a certain way, it's kind of nice because there was a bit of freedom, and we took a few liberties to sort of make them our own, because you don't get any video or tape of these guys before they were the people they were. So it's sort of nice like Dan was saying, it's like it was these guys at college running around having a good time, finding their own voices. So that's the fun part.